The Victorian age, the 64 years reign of Queen Victoria, was a time of progress and prosperity for Britain.
Vast strides in science and technology fostered British industry, and the rapid growth of the middle class, which values hard work, strict morality, social reform, and pragmatism, increasingly became the values of the age.
Queen Victoria and the Empire. In an empire that spanned the globe, there were inevitable problems, which Britain obtained varying degrees of success.
In the Crimean War, Britain joined France in an only partly successful effort to prevent Russian expansion. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, born in 1806 at Coxhoe Hall, Durham, England, was an English poet of the Romantic movement. Elizabeth was the first in her family born in England in over 200 years. By her 12th year, she had written her first epic poem, which consists of 4 books of rhyming couplets. In 1826, Elizabeth anonymously published her collection An Essay on Mind and Other Poems. During this time, she wrote the Seraphim and Other Poems in 1838, expressing Christian sentiments in the form of classical Greek tragedy.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being and ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
In this sonnet, love is everything. She loves her beloved and tries to list the different ways in which she loves him. Her love seems to be eternal and to exist everywhere, and she intends to continue loving him after her own death, if God lets her. Poem written in iambic pentameter, including references to her feelings of grief, bitterness, and the loss of innocence. This poem gives her love a more realistic edge. Husman was born in Fogbury, Worcestershire, England on March 26, 1859, the eldest of the 7 children. Husman's family moved to the nearby Brooms Group, where the poet grew up and had his early education. In 1877, he attended John's College, Oxford, and received his first class honor in classical moderations. Husman died on April 30 in 1936 in Cambridge, England.
Loveliest of trees, the cherry now, is hung with bloom along the bough, and stands about the woodland dried, wearing white for Eastertide. Now of my 60 years and 10, 20 will not come again, and take from 70 springs a score, it only leaves me 50 more. And since to look at things in bloom, 50 springs are little room, about the woodlands I will go, to see the cherry hung with snow.
In this poem consists of 3-4 lines, essentially iambic stanzas, or quatrains, in which the poet, through his observation of the beauty of the natural world, is reminded of the brevity of his own life to experience life with intensity.